Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another reaction video where I would do the wheat thresher and sing the song and do all that, but I'm just not feeling all that wonderful today, so I'm not going to do that part. But I've got little Bobo here, little Bobo Jr., and he's in my pocket, and he's making little, like, whirfling noises or yipping, but he's not now. Still, he's a good guy. He was in my pocket. Now he's like dangling a foot. Poor little guy. Get your foot up there. There you go. Bobo Jr. I'll put him back in his cage now. He's such an awesome little guy, though. There you go, Bobo. Thank you very much. Yay. Now, what we have here is Alan Watts and David Lindberg. Lindberg. Why Your Life Is Not a Journey. I have no idea what this is. Could be a song, could be a skit, could be, I have no ideas. I mean, it could be a song, it could be anything. Thing is, I don't just react to music videos. 99% of everything I react to is a music video, but it doesn't have to be. I choose everything at random out of the comment section. So whatever you suggest, if the random number generator chooses it, that's what we get. So Alan Watts and David Lindberg, Why Your Life Is Not a Journey, sounds interesting. I mean, that sounds... I want to hear exactly what they say, because I look at life as your life is not the destination, it's the journey. So now they're saying it's not a journey. So let's find out exactly what we got going on here. Now remember, I talk over the top of every reaction video. No, so that's probably going to drive you nuts. But that's the way I've got to do it. With my past history of alcoholism, current problems with fibromyalgia, if I don't say what I think when I think it, it's gone. Vanishes into the ether. Non-existent. So I can't just wait until the video is over to talk, because if I do so, I'll have nothing to say. Absolutely nothing to say. So I'm not going to upload that. So I can't pause the video either, because I talk so much and so often. Logistically, that would be a nightmare to sync the audio back up. And I'm not going to put myself through 5 days of editing for a 5-minute video. And most people who do pause their videos when they are doing reactions also cut huge chunks out of the video, because it is so hard to sync up. I like to show my appreciation for the entire video. So I talk over the top of it. Might drive you crazy, but it's a system that works for me. So thumbs up on that. Well, let us watch, let us listen to, let us enjoy, and let us react to Alan Watts and David Lindberg, Why Your Life Is Not a Journey. Right now.
The existence, the physical universe, is basically playful.
Really?
There is no necessity for it whatsoever. It isn't going anywhere.
Well,
that is
true.
To say, it doesn't have some destination that it ought to arrive at. But it is best understood by analogy with music.
Okay.
Because music, as an art form, is essentially playful. We say you play the piano. You don't work the piano. Why? Music differs from, say, travel.
Okay.
When you travel, you
I'm
are trying
with
to
him
get somewhere.
kind of so far, but you're also
In music,
trying to get somewhere mentally.
One doesn't make the
or
end
in
of
feeling.
the composition the point of the composition. If that were so, the best conductors would be those who played fastest, and there would be composers who wrote only finales. People go to a concert just to hear one crashing chord, because that's the end. Same way
disagree
dancing.
with
You
part
don't
of what
aim
he's
at a
saying.
particular spot in the room. That's where you should arrive.
Because
the whole point
he's
of the
limited
dance
himself to just physically. And it...
Now, but we don't see that as something brought by our education into our everyday conduct. We've got a system of schooling which gives a completely different impression. It's all graded. And what we do is we put the child into the corridor of this grade system with a kind of, come on, kitty, kitty, kitty. And now you go to kindergarten, you know, and that's a great thing, because when you finish that, you'll get into first grade.
Yeah, I can
and
see
then come
this.
on, first grade leads to second
true.
grade, and so on, and then you get out of grade school, and you've got high school, and it's revving up, the thing is coming. Then you're going to go to college, and by Jove, then you get into graduate school, And when you're through with graduate school, you go out to join the world. And then you get into some racket where you're selling insurance. And they've got that quota to make. And you're going to make that. And all the time, the thing is coming. It's coming. It's coming. That great thing, the success you're working for. Then when you wake up one day about 40 years old, you say, my God, I've arrived. I'm there. And you don't feel very different from what you always felt.
Well, part of that does seem very true. I'm not quite sure exactly.
To retire and put those savings away. And then when they're 65, they don't have any energy left. They're more or less impotent. And they go and rot in an old people's senior citizens.
That's just a failure in your mental viewpoint. That's not a failure in anything else.
Because we've simply cheated ourselves the whole way down the line. We thought of life by analogy with a journey, with a pilgrimage, which had a serious purpose at the end, and the thing was to get to that end. Success or whatever it is, or maybe heaven after you're dead.
Don't necessarily agree with that. I have never seen life exactly in that fashion, so I don't see that the rest of the world does either.
The whole way along.
Are these the people or the person that does that
dance while the music was being played?
Part of like that game called Everything? Yeah, I have a fundamental philosophical difference of opinion with this fellow. Yeah, because when you're speaking of just one portion of existence, and then you say this portion means everything to all of it, and then extrapolate from that, then you're going off of a flawed premise. And I feel that his premise is flawed. Life is a journey. We are traveling through time, if not physically. You know, you may not be able to point and say, this is where it is, but we're still traveling through life. It is a journey. Our destination is death. So yeah, I've had philosophical differences with this viewpoint entirely. Where hearing some of the stuff that, because this is the guy that was used as part of an overview in the game Everything, where they're talking about his views of life and the universe and all this, and I have a serious fundamental philosophical difference with that. So yeah, I don't really go along with what he says. I agree with parts of it. The way we set things up with like our schooling is definitely, it's like a journey, but life is as well, because you are traveling through time, if nothing else. So, yeah, I agree with some things of what he said, but, that's the thing about being philosophical. You can be deep and philosophical and still just be filled with nothing but hot air. So, thumbs up on that. That's my viewpoint on it. And because I'm a philosopher, my viewpoint on that is just as good as his, so thumbs up on that. Well, hey, if you could check out some of my links down below, that would be awesome. Greatly appreciated. All sorts of links down there. Just click show more. They open right up. My thanks to everybody who's donated to my GoFundMe campaign. Thanks be to all of the people that have become my Patreon.com patrons. You're all beautiful, awesome people. If you could check out those links, that would be awesome. There's all sorts of things there. If you could toss me a like, that would be awesome. I do appreciate that as well. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very, very cool. I do appreciate that as well. Now, if you don't like the videos, don't watch them. If you're not quite sure if you want to subscribe, don't subscribe. Save yourself the trouble. But if you do want to subscribe, if you're down with that, then I will do my damnedest to keep you entertained from now, well, until basically the end of time. Which for some of you will be a long time. You might have heard the rumors about how I enslave people after death for eternity, and it's not really enslavement. Everybody signed a contract. Yes, the contract is written in 8th century Estonian. It's the best way to get the legal points across. It's hardly backbreaking labor, except when it is, and yeah, it's eternity, but it's cool. So thumbs up on that. So yeah, I have basic philosophical differences with this fellow, And it being a world of human beings, I'm allowed to do so. So thumbs up on that. Well, hey, I've got a game video coming up, and so you take care. Have a great day today. And this is my, I got huge, just my I got a hardware conflict somewhere, and I do not know what the issue is. I don't even know how to find it. But this is my wife's horse I bought for her before her death. So I just thought I'd mention that. You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing.